coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Sarr. Keegan Murray is out there with Butler. Then it's James Harden, and it's Ginobili in at shooting guard. And for Detroit, Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Thompson. Then there's James. And it's Stewart in at the center position. Tim, opening night, always a lot of fun for a broadcaster. Well, what's it like as a player?
Well, no matter how many years you have in the league, opening night creates more butterflies than any other night. You want to make that great first impression for sure, but you're also really excited that it starts to count.
And are you nervous right now?
A tad.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. James outside. Counted from distance.
They got the ball to the right guy. James ready to shoot at all times.
Now Sarr. Pass to Harden. Sarr with a screen on Cunningham. Harden from outside. LeBron with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Cunningham against Sarr. Cunningham looking it over. Clock at 6. 4-3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
The Wizards have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. To the paint. And finished off by Sarr.
Yeah, easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
James with the ball.
Offensive screen set out of bounds. Washington ball.
The Wizards have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Ginobili gets the bucket.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Murray against James. Double team on James. There's Cunningham with a 3. The rebound by Murray.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Ginobili. Back to Murray. On the wing, Harden. With the floater from deep, Sarr. Rebounded by LeBron.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky you missed that one.
Gets it to go from 18 feet away. James has got 5 now.
Making it look easy. LeBron just so comfortable from that range.
Harden, the pass to Ginobili. Harden with a screen on Robinson. Here's Ginobili. And that one hits the back iron. The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. And a nice finish on the layup. Ginobili's got his second basket.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Cunningham passes to James. Stewart, screen on Murray. Shoots a fadeaway. James can't get it to go. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Sarr. And he lobs it up top.
Good job to recognize the situation and make the feed. Murray's a much better player when he's using his teammates.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. A tremendously mobile 7-footer. Great defensive upside, Tim, for Alex Sarr.
And he's still working on his offensive game, BA, but he has the potential to be a disruptive defensive force with his length and agility.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. George, he's checked in for Washington. Johnson comes in for Butler. Washington leading by 3. Harden finds Johnson. To the middle. Here's Sarr. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Smith with a screen on George. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Outside Johnson. Pass to Sarr. Outside Harden. From deep. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
It's blocked.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Outside Harden. Outside Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Sends it home from three-point land. Harden's got 5 now.
A lights-out three-point shooter, Harden loves to take and make them.
Here's Jenkins. 17 points in his last outing. Kept alive. There's Herder with the 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Ginobili. Pass to Sarr. Here's Ginobili. And so it's the Washington Wizards leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back with you shortly. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Wizards.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
On the court right now for the Wizards. Johnson is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then there's Butler. And it's Riley in at the 4 spot.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here's James. 5 points in the game. Harris right side. James, a screen on Butler. And here's Harris outside. Drops in the 3. Harris has gotten his second bucket.
Well, I just love that response right there by Harris. You can tell this guy wants to compete.
And the Wizards last season with the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Grant second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, B.A., the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
Now, here's Green. Hasn't got one to fall yet. The shot by James, no good. Outside Carrington. Outside Butler. Pass to George. Washington moving the ball around. Outside Carrington. From the arc. Smith with the rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, LeBron is keeping it going. He said, I appreciate these young guys coming up in the ranks and doing great things. I hope to have inspired them to carry it on when I decide that I'm done and keep this beautiful game going. Not just the league, but the purity of the game. That is what's most important. Back to you, Brian.
He's left an imprint, no question. Thanks a lot, Allie. Kate Cunningham's checked in for Sasser. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. The 4th spot held by Kate Cunningham. And, of course, James Harden.
And you got to give credit to how both of these guys see the floor. They are all about moving the rock and trying to set their guys up. This is why their teammates love playing with them.
Now here's Johnson. No points so far. Pass to Ginobili. Let's go with a three. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game. The Pistons trailing. Left side, Green. Green with a screen on Johnson. Here's Cunningham. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Butler. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. They still need this. And another miss by Washington.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Cunningham passes to James. There's a screen. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Here's Ginobili. George outside. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Harris' shot is good.
Well, that's a Tobias Harris special right there. A deep corner three.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Johnson against Cunningham. Johnson passes to Butler. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
So for the Pistons, Stewart, he's checked in for Smith. Thompson comes in for James. And it's Robinson in for Green. And then for Washington, Sarge checked in for George. And it's Harden in for Johnson. .119 left to play in the half. Cunningham outside. Pass to Robinson. Picked by Stewart. Fires for 3. Robinson can't hit. Washington has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Ginobili gets the bucket. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, PA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Harden, the pass to Ginobili. Pass to Butler. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Washington shooting their first free throw of the night.
At the line for the Wizards, Butler, Karan Butler, 1 shot.
That's good from Butler. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Sarr. And the layup is good off the glass. Sarr's got 6. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Wizards out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
If they just hit a couple more threes, it's a different score. I think in this case, you just keep shooting them. I can see them getting hot in the second half.
The professor going with the law of averages here. And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
Yeah, you love to see two great players go at it. They brought their A games and the fans are enjoying it.
As we are here in the studio. Can't wait to see how these guys close it out. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you look at Tobias Harris in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And James has got the ball here for the Pistons. They trail by one. Thompson out there with James. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in at the point. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Here's Ginobili. Drops in the layup for 2. Give him 8 points now.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Now here's Cunningham. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Now here's Thompson. Yet to see a basket. Down low. Out to James. LeBron, a smooth operator inside.
And that's where LeBron loves to operate, close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Brian?
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Throws it up high and finished off by Sarr.
Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
Outside Robinson. Robinson, a screen on Murray. The 3, James knocks down the triple. James has got 10 points in the game.
Well, his scoring ability is why this game is all tied up. A few more key possessions like that, and they could start to pull away.
Here's Ginobili. Give him 8. Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Thompson, a screen on Murray. James with the ball. Harden picks him up. Fade away. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got 5 rebounds in the game. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him. George, he's checked in for Murray.
Substitution. Number 8.
The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Ginobili. Robinson defending. Harden against Cunningham. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 4-point Washington lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. Detroit, second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Nice shot by Harden.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
Thompson outside. Will it go? Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to George. Harden with a screen on James. Here's Ginobili. Fires from deep. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
James outside. Back to Cunningham. Shoots over Harden. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. James Harden picks one up.
Yeah, that up fake got the defender to commit. Cunningham earning a trip to the line.
Cunningham. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Cunningham. Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
Both free throws good from Cunningham.
You know, when you watch Cunningham, he can take total control of the game. He's got that 6'6" length, and then you combine it with his dribbling and passing ability. An impressive package.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Harris on the wing. Misses the baby hook. Wizards leading by 11. Butler passes to Johnson. There's 49 seconds left in the 3rd. 6 to shoot. Inside. And it's Butler with the jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Cunningham outside. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. .23 seconds left in the 3rd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Rebounded by Butler. Here's George. And so it's Washington in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Keegan Murray is out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's Johnson, and it's Riley in at the 3, the small forward. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, such a good athlete. Johnson rises to the 10 with ease.
Down low. Here's Harris. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
And he drops the first. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Jenkins is checked in for LeVert. And Harris drops them both. Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. And Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to James. Back to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Outside, Green. James, outside. LeBron fires and hits a three.
Creating spacing. That's his third three-pointer of the night and his second this half.
Ginobili, pass to Johnson. Here's Ginobili. Green covering. Pass to Riley. Out to the right wing. Here's Ginobili. The rebound by Detroit. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harris down low, and the deficit down inside single digits. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, this is Tobias Harris at his best. When he finds a rhythm like he has tonight, he can be really effective offensively.
Here's James. Finished off the break.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
And they've made some big plays to get back in it. This game is a toss-up now.
Here's George. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. George has gotten his first bucket of the night. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. So for the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. On the wing, Harden. Outside Murray. Pass to Butler. And here's Johnson. Shoots over Thompson. And finished off by Sarr.
And after playing professionally in France, we wondered what Sarr would look like in the NBA. And you know, I think our question is answered.
Now, here is James. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. He fires. Rebounded by Sarr. Washington leading by 10. Butler. Quick two. All net.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Butler rips down the board.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And it's Murray with the big finish.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. So for the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Smith, and it's Robinson in for Harris. Murray against James. Oh, no good again that time.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Harden surveying the D. Oh, deflected. James with a steal. Here's Cunningham. Murray pulls it down.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Now Harden. Outside Murray. Banks it home. Big shot.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Alex Sarr.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Now here's Cunningham. Book it! And for the Wizards, they're shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. There's 49 seconds left in the final quarter. James rips down the board. And James has got the ball here for Detroit. Down by 12. No good from 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Sarr a screen. Harden! And he gets it from 15.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
James, a terrific road win. You've got to feel good about how you played tonight.
They're a really good team, so we wanted to come here and just battle. And we finally get in the groove, we got to just pick it up on the way. And one thing we're going to rely on is our defense. So, tonight's another great effort, and we just got to keep it going from here.
A win against a quality team like that gives you all the confidence you need moving forward. Thanks again.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Alex Sarr.